My parents gave me the "if we get deported" conversation when I was 11 years old. It was November 30th, 2005. I had just started the 6th grade, and my Lola had just passed away after a 5-month battle of pancreatic cancer. I lost 2 forms of my innocence to 2 things that day. 1, the idea that death was imminent, and 2, the idea that 7,000 miles of treacherous ocean could separate me from my parents at any given moment. Halika dito, balik bayan, my parents returning to those 7,000 islands, bittersweet like chocolate. My dad told me 2 things that day. 1, this house might not be your house. It could be your Lolo's house in Buena Park. It could be your tita's apartment in Long Beach. It could even be your other Lolo's duplex in Vancouver. You've moved house 3 times before in your short life. You can do it again. And 2, this house is not our home. Home cannot be contained within these old walls, for home is wherever we are. Home is California. Home is the Philippines. Home is a queen-sized bed where you cuddle with your parents and your 2 brothers, for you do not know how many more chances you will have to do so. My parents called me out of school that morning. I returned the next day with a half-completed math assignment and a handwritten note, and only mentioned my Lola. We couldn't risk any trouble with ICE. Years later, my parents received something in the mail. It was a notice that their green cards would be coming shortly. My mother didn't know. They have a friend who said that they never actually left the line. Their papers would be processed and they'd finally start to make a reliable income. My mother told me in bated breath, it's been 23 years. She told me this as I was just about to head out the door to go to work. The entire commute, I thought about my Lola. I thought about that queen-sized bed. I thought about the prospect of having to immigrate to Canada as an 11-year-old beyond my volition. Nobody should have to have the "if I get deported" conversation with their child. But if it ever happens to you, pray that your family prepares you for whatever situation may come your way. Pray that you learn when to answer and when to ignore phone calls and doorbells. Pray that you get to learn how to respond to xenophobia even when it doesn't seem to directly affect you or your community. And pray that you get to learn that home is not a place. Home is love. Home is a hardship and home is triumph. And you don't need papers to understand that.